Hi. Hi. Okay, we are recording now. Okay, good. Okay, so welcome. You've made your way here. You are about to learn why not all vegetables are created equal. This is something that was new to me until I came into my weight loss journey.
Vegetable.
Great question, Mackenzie. So Mackenzie wants to know, what are vegetables? Good question. So vegetables, if you were to look it up, it's a rather generic or just sort of very broad term.
Vegetable?
It's a very broad term referring to basically plants that people eat for as part of their meals. And it includes things like edible flowers, fruits, seeds, nuts. There's a lot of things that can fall into the vegetables category. So vegetables is basically a plant. Okay.
What's vegetable?
So really, when we talk about vegetables, that's what a vegetable is, sweetie. Hashtag mom boss. Do you know how many times I've tried to do this video? Okay, but we're going at it, okay? So basically vegetables can be a lot of different things. But again, we have to talk about them in terms of what exactly, when we're looking for nutrition, or when we talk about how much we should be consuming, what exactly are we talking about? How much? And what exact vegetables or plants are we talking about? I should do a bloopers reel for this. You guys would laugh.
Mom.
Yes. What's a fruit? Great question, Mackenzie.
Yeah.
So a fruit, by tradition, is a seed-bearing plant. A seed-bearing plant. So it's still, I guess, a vegetable, but it's a vegetable that has a seed. But there again, that could be another video that I can do. But I want to talk about today vegetables, because for me, vegetables is huge. I feel personally that I function at best if I'm eating 3 to 5 servings of vegetables a day. And when I talk about servings, I'm talking about my green containers. So you've seen my containers before. This is 1 cup. So if you don't have one of these green containers, all it is take a measuring cup and take 1 cup. So the measurement, 1 cup. And I'm eating 3 to 5. Remember what we said? We said after mommy is done, okay? That's right. Mommy's going to do work first, and then she can paint with you. That's right. Okay? So the faster I get done this, the quicker I can play with you, right? Okay. All right. So 3. Do you need your sweater off, or do you want it back on?
I need it off.
Okay, then you're fine. So 3 to 5 of these a day, and that's something that it's a goal that I work towards, and it's something that I'm very consistent on. So it's a minimum of 3 vegetable servings a day, 3 to 5, in order for my body, especially my digestive system, to function where I want it to be, where I feel best. Because when I'm feeling my best physically, then I'm feeling my best mentally too. It's that total connection, right? So what sort of vegetables am I eating, and what sort of vegetables should you be eating? So these are what you want to be looking for. I've got a nice little plate here. So this happens to be 3 servings, so 3 cups of vegetables that I've just sort of put on a plate for you guys so you can see, because this doesn't look like much, but really it doesn't take much to get 3 servings of vegetables in. So that's 3 servings right there. So there's celery, cucumbers, and spinach. Those are some of my favorites. But the other ones that you want to be looking for, of course, so we've got celery, cucumber, spinach, lettuce, kale, broccoli, cauliflower, zucchini, cabbage. Those are the vegetables. So with exception to cauliflower, basically look for anything green. And the darker green, the better. Why is that? Because those green vegetables and cauliflower, they are higher, so they're a plant that are higher in those vitamins and minerals that our body needs to create the best function. So fuel, what our cells need, the vitamins and minerals. That's the best I can explain in my professional way. Okay, so it has to do with, yeah, just bodily function and vitamins and minerals that we need. Okay, I saw that was a big bee.
That's a big bee.
Does he think you're a flower?
No.
No. So those are the vegetables, the plants, the vegetables that you want to be looking for to filling up those servings that you're aiming to achieve. And again, for me, following that 3 to 5, it has a lot to do with digestive function. And so your vegetables are what's going to help your digestion to flow. That's the best way to put it. There's fiber in these vegetables, and fiber is what's going to keep that digestive system moving. So pushing things out and leaving behind good stuff. Okay, that's what we want. Now, when back in the day, when I was eating like 99% carbs, I ate things like potatoes, potato white and sweet potatoes and yams and corn, that sort of thing. And I considered it a vegetable. Well, this is what I want to warn you guys about. So things like potatoes and a lot of those root vegetables, they're actually quite high in carbohydrate and low in a lot of those vitamins and minerals that we look for, that we need in our vegetables. So when you're going shopping or when you're creating meals and you're looking to add a vegetable, you want to steer clear from those white potatoes, sweet potatoes, yams, and corn, because they're almost, the way I look at them, it's a treat. It's a bag of potato chips. It's a box of cookies. It's basically high enough in carbs that you could compare it to a treat, truly. I should probably do like a pic or something so you can see how they are quite close or similar in equivalence. And you might be quite shocked to think that a potato or a serving of a baked potato can actually be similar to eating a couple cookies. But they are in their carbohydrate content. So what, when we talk about, so steer clear from those potatoes, the corn, the sweet potatoes, and I loved sweet potatoes, but honestly, they're just cut them out. And then you want to kind of replace. So look at your plate. Look at your plate, right? And your plate might have been, I know growing up, it was always a third potato, so a third of those starchy vegetables, a third vegetable, and then a third meat. So it was a 3, a 3, a 3. So it's not like we're saying take out that potato and don't eat anything. So you're only eating a third, and then an empty, and you're going to starve. That's not what we're saying. We're saying fill that up with a vegetable. Okay. Remember, the quicker I got done this, the faster we can play, right? Okay. So you're gonna fill that third up where your carbohydrate might have been with a vegetable, with a dark green vegetable. If you were eating breads or cereals or quinoa or rice or anything like that, same thing. Cut those out all together and replace it with a vegetable. Okay, I think we're okay here now, hopefully. Okay, so you're going to replace that portion where your carbohydrate used to sit, and you're going to replace it with a vegetable, because you know what, you guys, these vegetables have enough of the carbohydrate that you need in your daily consumption. You don't need to be adding in those breads, those quinoa, those cereal, the oats, the rices. You don't need to be adding those in, okay? You're going to get enough carbohydrates in a day solely from your vegetables. And because these vegetables have that vitamin and mineral nutrition that your body needs, your body's going to be thanking you so much and functioning so much better by focusing on those, okay? So let's just go over this again, okay? So celery, cucumbers, spinach, kale, broccoli, cauliflower, zucchini, cabbage. Look for things that are dark, green, leafy. Try out different recipes, okay? Just because you don't like it raw doesn't mean that you're not going to like it cooked. You got to try things out and try different herbs and spices to it, all right? So look for those. Skip the vegetables, the root vegetables, or the starchy vegetables like potatoes and sweet potatoes and corn. So skip those and focus solely on those nice green or cauliflower vegetables. Okay. Last thing I want to talk about, hang on you. Last thing I want to talk about is these guys. Beans. Beans. Okay, beans. Because beans are a plant, beans are a vegetable, and they're great. They're great. But take a look at the label here. Okay, 23 grams of carbs, 9 grams of protein. So interesting thing about beans is they're almost in a nutritional component measurement, they're about 50-50 carbohydrate and protein. So if you're getting a protein from a meat source, don't eat beans. Skip them. Skip them altogether because your body is just going to absorb it as a carbohydrate. You don't want that, okay? You're getting your carbohydrates from these guys, right? So you don't need to be eating the beans if you're eating meat. If you're a vegan or vegan. If you're a vegetarian, you're getting protein from other sources, so I'd say the same thing, skip the beans out altogether. But if you're vegan, then these guys are going to be a good protein source. But keep in mind that you are getting a lot of carbs as well. So if you're carb deficient, or you have a carb intolerance, which is becoming quite prominent now. So that means if you're vegan and you find yourself to be sluggish, not feeling so good, having problems with your digestive system, I'm really sorry to give you the news, but it could have to do with those carbohydrate consumptions that you have going on, which unfortunately was the case that I had going on. So, okay, beans are good and a bad, not depending on what side of the scale you're looking at, right? Okay, so I hope I answered your question. How are vegetables, is one vegetable different from another vegetable? How are vegetables not created equal, right? That's what we said this was called. Why vegetables, not all vegetables are created equal? Here you go, okay? Because it comes down to nutritional content and vitamins and minerals, carbohydrate, so macro content, and yeah, all I can say is, guys, that I went from, like I said before, like 99% carbohydrate consumption down to like when I'm doing really good, it's a 5% consumption. But like the majority of what I eat now is this, and I crave it. I crave my vegetables. I look forward to eating my vegetables. And it's just something that happens to your body and your brain together, because it slowly learns what it needs and what it wants, or when it needs that energy, or when it needs that, I guess ultimately energy, or if it's lacking a certain mineral or vitamin, it knows that that's where it's going to get it from. So that's where these cravings are coming from. It's because my body has learned that that's where it's going to get the good stuff from. So it's telling me time to eat some more. So I hope you guys found that informative. If you have any questions, please drop me a comment below. If you have anything to add, please feel free, and have a great day. Enjoy some veggies. Get some of these. They're so good.